Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Yeah, had a couple developments with the model. The Meng GT40 is a great kit. I love it. I think it's one of the best kits I've built in a while as far as fitment and everything goes. Unfortunately, I happened to test fit the top part. I guess I'll show you. I test fitted this to the interior pan, and there was a little bit of rubbing on the inside here, and it took off one of the tow hooks. So yeah, that's where I'm at with that. I also lost all my footage of painting everything, so unfortunately there's no footage of me painting. So anyway, we're going to jump down to the bench and we're going to continue on with the build. Today we're going to get the interior finished and the car up on 4 wheels. So let's jump down down and we'll get started.
Here we start by gluing the firewall in place. Here I'm gluing the tank onto the firewall. Now I will install the window into the firewall. This didn't need glue. It basically snapped into place, which was really convenient, and I found to be a good feature on the model. Here I'm fiddling with it, but once you get it in place, you just give it a good push and it clicks in. Now I'll push the firewall in place on the chassis pan. You set it to the appropriate angle, and a good push will click it into place. By good push, I do really mean a good push. It took some effort to get the firewall to snap in. We will now put the seats in place. These just require a good push and they should click right in. I didn't use any glue on them because I didn't feel it was necessary. With the amount of tension with the clicking, I figured it should hold. Now we'll put the decal on the steering wheel. Here I apply some Tamiya Mark Fit Strong just to make sure the decal sits in place. Here we start putting the gauges on the dashboard. I use a Tamiya cotton swab to soak up the excess fluid around the decal. Here's the next gauge as I take it off the backing paper and take my time putting it in place. Here it is in place, and I apply some more Tamiya Mark Fit Strong. Here I found using a toothpick was easier than using the decal tweezers. Just because of the sheer size of the decal, it was easier to take the point of the toothpick and drag it off the backing paper that way. I use this for quite a bit during the video. I'm soaking up excess fluid here and positioning the decal with the toothpick. And we apply some more Mark Fit Strong. I'll now take this decal off the backing paper using the toothpick once again. Like I said, I just found this to be a little bit more effective than the tweezers. This clip accurately illustrates the problem I was having using tweezers. The water on the tweezers would suck the decal onto the tweezers and I would have trouble. Finally, after getting the decal in place, we just add our Mark Fit Strong just to make sure it sticks to the plastic. For the biggest decal, I switched back to the tweezers because I was able to grab the decal with the tweezers and not have it suck back into the tweezers with the water. So here's why I'm using the 2 tweezers again. Now we'll just soak up the excess water with a cotton swab. Then once again, we hit it with our Tamiya Mark Fit Strong. With the toothpick, I again take the decal off the backing paper and try to position it in place. Here we are soaking up excess water with the cotton swab. Now that all the decals are in place, I hit them with one final addition of Tamiya Mark Fit Strong and some heat from a hairdryer. Now we are putting the door panels in place. They just click into the hole on the bottom of the chassis pan. Pretty easy, a little bit of a tight fit to get them to click in, but I got it. We'll now put the passenger side door in place. This just took a little bit of pushing and it clicked in rather effortlessly. I'm now putting glue in the holes where the dashboard goes. Yeah, this is relatively easy stuff. The dashboard basically drops into place. Everything fits great. Super happy with how everything turned out. Here I'm just gluing the steering wheel onto the dashboard. After placing the steering wheel on the dashboard, I put the dashboard in place. It just slides into the holes and sits perfectly. Here I am doing the blue stripes that go around the circumference of the tire. These went on pretty well after I got some reference pics off the internet to see how they were supposed to look so I could do them properly. Took a couple tries, but I think I got a pretty good representation of what they're supposed to look like when I was finished. The blue lines that go around the circumference are made up of 2 decals. They touch together at the ends, I found, to get them to fit properly. It took a little bit of fiddling to get them to sit right, but that was mostly because of my own inexperience. Here I'm using a wet cotton swab to push the decal to the spot I needed to along the circumference of the tire. I find this worked rather well. Now with the blue lines finished, I added the Goodyear logo. This was rather easy. It went below the blue line on the Goodyear tire. Again, I'm using a cotton swab to push out the excess water. Now for the final two pieces of the interior, the mirrors. These went in rather easy. A little bit of glue was needed to get them to stay, but that was okay. It wasn't a big deal. As you can see, I'm adding a little bit of glue just to make sure they stay where they're supposed to. I ended up gluing the top and bottom just to make sure everything stayed where it was supposed to. Now after about 24 hours of drying, I installed the tires on the model. They went in pretty snug. Yeah, they were really snug, but they went in well. They stayed where they're supposed to and they looked good. Here I am putting the passenger side front tire in place. Yeah, I didn't want to break anything, so I was being super careful here. Here I go putting the driver's side rear tire on. Yeah, I was super scared of breaking stuff here, but just a little bit of pushing and twisting on the tire, I ended up getting it to go in place. And now for the final rear tire, the actual passenger tire. We'll put that in place. Like I said, it's kind of nerve-wracking putting these tires on, but I had little to no problems. Here we are in the photo booth just taking a look at where we are exactly with the model after today's part. So here we are, finished interior, finished chassis pan, finished engine, finished suspension, finished tires. I think we're looking pretty good and I can't wait to get it done.
Okay, well, that's all wrapped up. We got the car up on 4 wheels and the interior finished. Next part, I think we're going to get all the clear stuff on the body and all the various body components on. And the inner cowls. So, with that being said, please comment, like, subscribe. There's been a great amount of support lately. Actually, since the very beginning. So I just like to thank every one of you right now for subscribing. So if you like what you see, please hit the sub button. It helps me a lot. And we'll see you next time.